Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, oh yeah, we're going to be getting into some energy storage from Draconic Evolution. So, I hope you guys are ready. So today is going to be all about the Ender storage, or I would say Draconic Ender storage? Draconic storage? Anyways, we're going to be working with some Draconic power storage today, and preferably getting the largest tier. Considering that, anything Draconic is EMCable, for the most part. Giving, like, Awakened? Yeah. Awakened Draconium? EMCable. Draconium? EMCable. Look at that. Dust? I do believe Draconium Dust is also EMCable. I don't know if I have it in here. Maybe in here? I think? Yeah. Draconium Dust. EMCable. This is ridiculous. So, there's so much stuff you can do with Draconic Evolution, but the main thing we're going to be focusing on today is power. So, let's dig into some Draconic power and, effectively the max tier, and then we're going to work on how we can make this as efficient as possible. So, in its current form, we only have one connection on it. Technically, this can have multiple connections on each face. And we can also expand the faces, and we're going to look at how we can do that today. That's going to be a little bit interesting, and we're going to see that. But first, we got to get this giant ball of energy made. And to do that, we're going to need quite a few of these energy core stabilizers. Like, quite a few. I actually need to make the book just so I can get the actual amount, so I don't just, like... I guess I could go overboard. These things are EMCable. But I do need to know the exact amount. That way, whenever I go to build the thing, I'm good. Because the only thing it doesn't exactly show you in the diagram is how much or how many stabilizers you actually need. So when we open this up, right, there's all kinds of good information in here. If you know nothing about Draconic Evolution, highly recommend checking out this guidebook. There are so many options. There's options in here. You can change the way the text looks. It's, yeah, crazy stuff. Like, if you want to just go crazy with this book. But anyways, we're going to be looking at the Draconic energy storage, or as you see, energy storage core. And we're going to look at this. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is the max size that we're going to be making. And I think that's exactly what we need. Yeah, as you can see right here, you can have it going in this direction. You can have it going in this direction. It really doesn't matter as long as they are, you have them parallel in all cardinal directions. So, with that being said, you can have it north and south, and then east and west, or you can have north-south, and then you can have it in any other direction. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're going to do it not this way, but we're going to do it like this, up in the top. So, apparently, 9, that's 18. So, yeah, we're going to need quite a few. So, let's just go ahead and, I guess, make them, first of all. They are EMCable, which kind of makes this really nice. Also, all the cores and everything are EMCable, it looks like. I know you guys could say, well, why don't you just... I have to say this every time because I get comment after comment going, why don't you just, make the... why don't you just or buy the tome, and then you'll have everything. Well, I don't want to do that. If I wanted to buy the tome, I would have done it, like, within the first few episodes. But, yeah, I don't want to do that right now. Anyways, off topic a little bit. I'll get off my soapbox about the Tome of Knowledge thing. But anyways, alright, so we have the energy core stabilizers in our EMC tablet. Alright. Energy core. At least we have to make them. That's... let's do 64. I want to know exactly how wide this has to be. Right? Does this tell us anything in here about how big these things can go? Okay, so tier 8. Oh, so remember when I said this core is stupidly powerful? Well, it has a price tag to match. 1 energy core, 36 energy core stabilizers, 786 draconium blocks, and 378 awakened draconium blocks. So with this, I guess when we go to build it, let's just at least make the energy core, the energy core itself, and then we'll map it out, because the energy core should show us the diagram. So, energy core. Or I guess I could do core. Just grab the regular old-fashioned energy core here. So we are going to need to make a few things. There's no need to really set up automation for these, even though you can. You can definitely set up automation for each one of these. So 4 of those, which is going to make us... Where's it at? This guy. Well, we need 2 of these. But like I said, we're going to EMC most of this, so this is going to make it a lot easier on us. And we just do core. And bam. We can grab a bunch of these cores, toss them in here, toss some bad boys in, and make everything we need. So for this, right? That's all we need. A wyvern core. Voila. I'll take 1 for the road. And an energy core. Awesome. So I'll save all of these things, drop that bad boy back in there, and now we have the energy core. Now I need to place this directly in the center, and to do that, let's go ahead and get some placement blocks. Yep, we'll grab some stone, whatever. And then we'll just start placing. If I can place in the right direction. Now I hope this is wide enough. That's the issue that I may encounter, but if that's the case, I'll just break this wall down. But I think this is going to be like right where I need it to be. Hopefully, size-wise. If not, like I said, we'll expand. We'll make this thing fit and make it look good. Alright, so that's all done, which means... Now I'll break this all down. And I think we can automatically set the guide for this. So if you open this up, you can see build guide active. Let's tier this thing up to tier 8. Yeah. Okay. So right away you see that our build is actually in the way, but it's only these corner pieces, which isn't that bad. So we can just break off these corner pieces, and I think this energy ball will actually fit perfectly in here. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. That leads me to believe that when I back up, oh yeah, we'll just replace these sides, and this thing will actually fit right in here. Oh, this is going to be so good. And I actually want to see how much power this thing can actually produce, and I mean, that's going to be a good way. Man, this thing fits perfect. Look how perfect that ball fits in there. So, these side pieces, this is where this thing is going to be changed. And I do want to actually take this out one. So what we're going to do is we're going to place them here. On the outside, and then I'll break that piece, and we should get exactly what we need, or exactly what I want. As you can see, they do turn into a multi-block, and you do get the giant ring there. Because I want a little bit of distance on this. Perfect. And then over here. Voila! We are basically done with this. So, to get this centerpiece and everything done, we're going to work on that here in just a second. Let me go ahead and clear all this out. Should only take a second. Because we do have to, these have to have access to it. Like I said, we'll make this fit. We'll make it look good. I don't just shortcut things and make it not look good, so it's definitely something we're gonna have to get done here. Alright, last side, and then we have to work on building. Now, there's a few techniques that you can use towards building this thing. You could use such things as the builder to kind of get you the early stages going, or you can just use building wands, which I think work really good. So that's what we're going to actually set up. And let's get some Draconium and Awakened Draconium. And we're going to just come down here, collect all of our junk. Let's turn our magnet back on. Now we don't have to worry about it. It'll collect it for us. Let's convert these into block form, and we'll add that to our EMC table. Oh yeah. Look at that Awakened Draconium there. Good stuff. Ridiculously overpowered stuff. Okay. So. Bunch of Draconium blocks, right? I don't think the center requires redstone, does it? This whole thing is just all Draconium. No redstone. All Draconium, all Awakened Draconium. Okay. So. Draconium. Awakened Draconium. Now, I'm sure I'm going to run out of Draconium at some point, which is fine. But getting this thing early, getting this thing built is going to be my main project here. So as you can see, it is going to be just like a perfect square going around. And what you can do is I can take this and see where does it actually start awakened. It's just on the outside. Like that. Perfect. And we'll start from this top side and go all the way till it's capped with awakened, which I think is right there. Do the same for all the sides. As you can see, that right there means that is not where we need it to be. By the way, be careful with placing the awakened Draconium. It is very hard to break with certain pickaxes, and you don't want to be stuck breaking this stuff. I mean, seriously, let's see how good this pick actually works on it. But yeah, even this still takes a little while. But even like a normal pick, it takes a good while to break that stuff. So as you can see, that's not what we need. We're still placing Draconium. What am I doing? Getting distracted. Talking too much. Alright. For the bottom, that should be just this easy. Come all the way down. Alright, and then I'm going to cap each of these with the Awaken. Just so we know where our borders are at. And that way I can shut this awful guide off. Temporarily. Man, oh man, is that ugly. Alright, so each of the sides should be basically done. We can click on this and we can turn off the guide. Yeah, because basically this is going to be just a hollow, or just a, or not a hollow, the solid bit of Draconium. So there's really not too much to worry about here. We can chip away on the sides very soon. We'll just chip away on these corner pieces. But like, as you can see, this is like what it is. And it's easier to probably do it this way than it is to do it any other way. So I'll just make a solid block of it. Grab some more. I mean, since we have these resources, might as well just put them to use. Like that. And this side is done. Okay. So, with all that being said, now that we have sort of a base going, now we can reactivate it, and you can see now that we have sort of a better way of, you know, seeing the shape of this. And so I think it's a better guide. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get most of this cleared up, and I'll be right back. So, like a nice piece of artwork, I was able to chisel away at all of the bits and pieces, leaving me now with only every side or every face to cover up. So basically, if there's a side of Draconium, it has to be covered. So I don't exactly need the guide. I mean, I can turn it on later and see if I've done everything correctly, but basically you can just tell if you've covered every single face with a piece of Draconium, you know you've done it right. And if it turns on, then you definitely know it's on and working. Now, I did notice this side, as you can see, didn't actually get finished. So if there's some pieces that didn't actually get, you know, put in the mix, you do need to finish those out. Otherwise you'll really have a big problem in your hand. As you can see, I did miss a pretty good chunk here, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a really big ball to make, and it's easy to mess up. And you know, if you mess up, you're like, oh man, then you right click it. It'll actually tell you exactly where you've messed up. Let me do a double check. As you can see, this side also I missed. And there's also some neat tricks that you can do. So, say I place this Awakened Draconium here. And we place it, it needs it all the way down here, right? All the way down at the bottom. Well, you can actually use your wand, and it will wand the one next to it as well. So you can get these whole sides done pretty quick if you wanted to. So I can go all the way down to the bottom. I know that all of these are going to need to be filled. I can come in with a wand. take it all the way up to the top, and look, the corners are filled pretty quick. Pretty quick that way. And yeah, you just got to do it to each one. But yeah, that's some quick tricks you can do. I mean, to build this thing a little bit faster. Like I said, you could start off with the builder if you wanted to. That's an option. Also, these side walls, it makes it pretty easy as well if you just do a flat stretch and then go up with the builder wand. You know, the less hand placing you have to do, the better off you're going to be. And also, don't click the Draconium, because it's going to break. You need to click the Awaken. Perfect. So yeah, I'm going to continue finishing covering the rest of this up. It's going to take just a little bit, and I'll be back. Well guys, this bad boy is completely built and ready to go. So all we have to do now is activate this bad boy. And to do that, we just right click out here and click Activate. Wow. That looks way cooler than I imagined it. So, yeah. It seems like this is still kind of pushing out of our ring that holds it, but I think it looks amazing. Yeah, this thing looks absolutely incredible. Especially as like we're down here. Got this giant ominous ball of energy above us. And we're fixing to power this bad boy. So we are going to need a couple things to get this to work. We need some pylons. And pylons shouldn't be too hard to make. Looks pretty easy. All right, so let's go ahead and make pylon. And it gives you 2. Technically, we only need 2, so we're good there. And we also need glass. 2 pieces of glass. And we're going to have to change how our network works. So currently, we have 2 networks, sort of. We have a trash network that we're trashing power to. I think I'm going to change that so it's not trashing power anymore. And we're just going to change the name of that to input. And we're going to start working on how we're going to transfer power. But we're going to need a point. And we're also going to need a plug. So the plug is going to be the output network. We're going to use this as a buffer. I'm going to kind of try my best to explain this. I have gotten a lot of questions recently about how to hook up power to the Draconic core and actually use it as a buffer, not as a constant energy source or whatever. I've always done it this way, but what we're going to do is we're going to take this network, we're going to send this to the trash for right now, because we're going to rename the trash network. Actually, let's go ahead and grab the trash network over here, and we'll just rename it here. So the trash network is going to be the input power. I am getting attacked. I can't believe you. I was editing that network. So yeah, let's edit this to input power. So this is going to input power to the ball. Basically, that's all I'm going to tell it to do. And we can set this to red. If I can find a red. There we go. That's good enough. Awesome. So this is a input power. Now we already have an input power, right? And we're going to change that very soon. That actual input power is going to be something different. Let's actually go find one that is a part of the input network. These are all set to input, but technically they need to be changed. All of these networks now need to be changed to another network. So I'm going to be changing a few things. This is going to be set to output. So everything that is on input, we'll edit the channel. We'll change this to output. We'll set this to green. Awesome. So all of these are technically green. I think these will still work as buffers. I'm not too concerned about that. The buffer that I want is this guy, though. So let's get that set up. To do so, we're going to need our pylons to be set up in a particular way. I guess I can put these pylons pretty far out, but I want to see. Can I put it right here? Will this allow me it to work? We're about to find out. All right, so this will be our input pylon. And over here will be our output pylon. To change one to output, you just need to right-click on the ball. That'll change it to output. And what we need to do is we need to set up our input, right? And this is where we had our trash network. We need that to be a plug. Or not a plug, a point. The point is going to put power in here. And to do that, we just need to connect it. And then we'll make sure this is set to the input network that's on my channel. Turn off the limit. It may not work. This may not actually connect to the ball because it needs to be level with the rest of this, which is what it's kind of looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and break this. And we'll get this set up better. Let me go ahead and break this down. Right? Alright, let's take this and see. It should be able to go here. I hope. I say that. Glass. There we go. This is set to input. Should be inputting power. We need to make sure this is on. And our input power network, we need to change this to. Because this is set to output. This needs to be set to input power network. So, that's all set to input. All those are set to input. We also need to change this because this is actually draining all of our power. So there we go. That might actually fix that whole issue. There we go. Now you can see particles going in. And this thing is filling up. 25 million RF as of right now. And you can see the power is going up quite a bit. Still at 0%. This has a very, very, very large capacity. Very, very large. So this should actually be just fine. That should be perfect. Alright, so let's go to the other side. I'm going to drop this down to the same location. This is going to be our extract. It's funny that it actually gave us our glass back. Normally I break the energy pylon first, and then the glass, and I break the glass. That's interesting that you can do that. Alright, so our flux point, we need a flux plug now, and this is going to be set to our output. And then we set the enable limit off. So that should keep everything that we originally had set up. Everything should still be green, or at least the parts that are connected now are green. That means they're connected to the right point. Our controller's set right. All these are set correctly. And this bad boy is generating 25 million RF per tick. Alright, so we have 25. But we can do better, right? We can move this. We can get this going. Alright, let's actually lower this down one. And I want to see if we can, you know, maybe get all sides covered. Right? So if I break that, I can place a block here and block here. And then break this. And I mean, this should work, right? If I put a plug on each side, that should connect and I should get even more. Let's see, yeah, plug. So I need 6 plugs, so 5. I already have it on all the other sides. So I'll click that. Make sure this is set to input. Set this to input. Make sure we check off the transfer limit, because this does go higher than our transfer limit. We got to keep that in mind. Output, input. Because each of these sides technically can output power. But we can expand that. We should be able to expand this even more with a thing called a phantom face. So all of that is doing its job. Let's see how much we're actually doing now. It's still doing 25 million. I'm almost thinking that maybe it is just 25 million is all it does. I've been told so many different things. I've been told that this thing is a per side thing, per connection sort of thing, and it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it literally does 25 million, and that's it. Interesting. So that's something that I learned. I've been told so many different things that, you know, like this is a per connection basis or per side that it works. But no, it just literally seems like it does 25 million plus the little 500 RF that we're building up elsewhere. The little bit of RF we're actually building up from these machines. Which, yeah. Huh. That is interesting. I didn't know that. But it says, yeah, it says sending 25 million RF energy per tick. Huh. The more you know. Because technically I don't need all these. Yeah, there's no need. I'm actually going to put it right back up on the top. Where I had it. Because I liked it better there. Right? I'm going to put this bad boy right back up at the top. Yeah, because we don't need all these extra stuff. We don't need all these extra bells and whistles or anything like that. It is doing just fine with this one connection on it. Just fine. Perfect. Well, I mean, we did get energy storage done. That's exactly what I wanted to get done. And it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. All we can do is get some slabs. Let's see, quartz. Let's see, slabs. I'm really liking these quartz slabs. They look really good. So, what we might do is, I mean, this technically has like a border above it. What we can do is kind of connect that border to this. And that doesn't look bad. It's kind of like futuristic looking. Very futuristic looking. Which, I mean, for this build, I was trying to go with a different style. Normally I go, you know, the whole rustic route. Not this time. I did not want to do the whole rustic thing, so I decided to go a little bit more futuristic. And I think it's panned out so far. This has been a lovely base. Lovely, lovely base. Alright, let's go. That side's done. All that's left is this beautiful section here. There we go. And I mean, I guess right here we could extend this out, but I don't know if we should. Maybe we should even, like... I was gonna think maybe we could just take this out, but I do want to get this covered. Sort of like that on each corner. That doesn't look that bad. Kind of hides the fact of what it actually is. And guys, take a look at that. If that's not a cool looking energy ball setup, I don't know what is. Very, very wicked. Very, very cool. And I mean, what we could do is actually extend these out more so you could see the inputs more. But that's not the point. That's not the point in my opinion. I think the inputs look just fine. Huh. What could we... You know what? Let's see. Let's do some gray concrete with a good old-fashioned chisel. And let's just see what exactly this would look like if this was pulled across. Like that, maybe? I mean, it's kind of like covering up this back section, which I've always thought the back of this just like looks like it needs to be connected to a wall of some sort. Just the way it sets. Maybe us breaking these corners would look better. I think overall this will actually look really good once we get this in place. And then we'll finish it up with some more of the quartz, of course. Yeah, we'll definitely get some more quartz in there. I don't know, that kind of covers everything up a little bit. I don't know how much I like that. Maybe having that open looks better. breaking this piece. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Does this not look awesome? Oh man. And it's just simple circles, man. It's not too much. Not too bad at all. You're going as far as just completely removing these side pieces so you can actually see it rotating. I mean, that looks good to me. Even with the quartz the way it is now. Yeah, it definitely makes it not so stuck out, which is another issue that normally happens with this. Huh. I think this looks really good. So, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something in today's episode. If you did, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a huge slap on that thumbs up button, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.